Hey guys, what's up? Retro Mikey 78 here, and today just show you some pickups that I got from a trip we did to Indiana. Every year this time we usually go on I usually go on a big game hunting spree. So this is what we found. This is what we picked up this time. I went to a variety of stores. We went all the way from Goodwill's, Disc Replay, Half Price Books, Grumpy Bob's. Got something off eBay here. What else we got? We got a store called Fry's that, from the look at that store, I'll probably never get to go back again. So, sit back, enjoy, but before you do, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and follow me on Instagram. Alright guys, let's dig into this. I'm going to try to go by timeline of how I decided to do this. Now you guys have seen the pickup video where I went to Grumpy Bob's and I traded off the loose stuff that I had left from GameCon Jr. There was some stuff there that we kind of got to talking about, and we were like, well, what are we gonna... I kind of like to go back and get some of this stuff, and that started this journey, but it wasn't the beginning. The beginning was I went to get my clearance to go back to work from the doctor, and it was snowing real bad that morning, and we only have one car, so I took April to work. And to waste some time, I went to a local Goodwill, I went to Half Price Books, and went to Walmart. Walmart that we don't usually go to. So, first off, I went to this Walmart, and I came up across some Turtle Hot Wheel cars that I'd never seen before. And I looked them up online. I guess these are last year's model, but they had these on clearance for $1.27. And there's 5 in the set. There's a party bus here. And Raphael. So I got all these for $1.27. Then this came over the weekend because this was Wednesday when I did this. And I found Leonardo online, the cheapest one I could find, and I got him sent. I got Michelangelo still coming. But yeah, I had to pay like $6 for him. But still after paying $1.27 a piece for these 3. I was really excited about that. That was the first find. So score there. I still haven't even put up the other Turtle cars. They're sitting back here along with the X-Men cars. We've just been out of town. But then to kill some more time, because dropping her off for my appointment was 2 hours waiting time. And with the snow, I didn't want to travel through all the congested highways. So went to Half Price Books. And I walk into Half Price Books, and they put something on the shelf, and I looked at them. I'm like, are you guys insane? Because I know that for a fact that this game sells for $60 to $70, sometimes $75. But they had a mint copy of Stubbs the Zombie for $40. And when I sold mine back during the strike, I had still never actually played the game. So I figured for $40, I'm going to get it. I'm going to try it here soon. And if I don't like it, I'll resell it and make the money back. If I like it, it'll stay in the collection. But there's another reason that I picked this up. You guys will see here later in the video. But something, I guess, was telling me that I was going to come across it. And I also had sold this during the strike, the original Dark Cloud. I played this back in the day when I was growing up. And I had recently put it back in and was not very fond of it, but I'm wanting to give it one more shot. I'm wanting to do a video on games like this. Games that you like when you were a kid, and then you try as an adult and you just weren't fond of. So I picked that one back up. It was $10, wasn't nothing. Then I did stop at a Goodwill. I found this for $1. I thought it was really neat. Donkey Kong monster truck. It's just not going on the shelf. But I show you guys pretty much basically everything I go through. Then later the next day, me and April, I pick her up at work and we leave to go to Indiana. Grumpy Bob's, like I said. There was some stuff that we had left behind that I wasn't too sure on, but I decided I was going to go back for. Still had the buy two, get one free in all games and game-related items, which included strategy guides. But their action figures is what I mainly went back for. They were buy two, get two free. And that means the ones in the old that were in packages. And as you guys see here, I'm going to show you a little short clip. I'm really still into collecting the X-Men series type old 90s toys in the packages to hang them in display. So what we did is we went and I took the loose turtles that I had left that I didn't have nothing to do with, that I collected a while back in a yard sale. It's like, okay, we take those. They gave me $15. I was happy. I had $15 left over. So we went and I bought a few expensive ones because I knew I was going to get some other ones cheaper, for free. But I picked up, this one don't have an edition. I mean, I have the 7th, the 4th, the 5th, the 3rd edition, and the 8th. But this one has none. So I'm wondering if this was the first one. But I haven't been able to look it up. Then we picked up this one, and when me and April picked this up, this is the 5th edition. She said we didn't have it, and I got home and said we did. But one's black and one's blue, so it is a difference. We don't understand what the difference is. I've looked it up. Somebody said that the blue one online, I read somebody in an auction said that they found out the blue one is a misprint, like the wrong die was shot into the thing and then shipped out. But I do know that this one is pricier than this one. This one only goes for about $8 to $9, while the blue one goes for about $20 to sometimes up to $50, $60. So I was happy to get the blue one there in this deal, buy two, get two free. We got Cannonball. What's this one? Long Shot. Zauron. Pterodactyl creature. I think that's from like just one episode. Ryza. Shatterstar and Random. This guy was cool in the episodes. His arms would change to whatever he wanted to shoot. So, yeah, we scored there. Didn't do too bad. I got two $10 ones and two $13 ones for free. I had to pay for the more expensive ones, but when you look at it right there, you're getting $46 in free figurines, while I paid for a few of the other expensive ones. What kind of works out if you figure up the totals. Also, while we were there, I decided to pick up some strategy guides that, strangely enough, were right back in the place where I had put them the Saturday before. Now, these were buy two, get two free, and I picked up, I think, which ones were free? Doom 3 and State of Emergency were free when I show you guys these. But I picked up Gauntlet, Seven Sorrows. We picked up Star Fox Assault, and I guess this one, even though it's pre-owned, it looks almost brand new. I picked up Stubbs the Zombie, and this is one that I had seen the other day. I was like, hey, I might pick this back up in case I ever go through the game again. I can use the guide. Spartan Total Warrior. Just got that not too long ago for the GameCube. Doom 3 was free. And so was State of Emergency. I saw some gameplay of this the other day. I've had this for a while for the Xbox. Captain Algebra was showing some gameplay off of it. He got the game. It looks pretty cool. I can't wait to give it a try. But that was us, what I found pre-trip and on the way to Indiana. So the next day we get up and we start hitting stores. First store we hit is I think we hit a couple Goodwills. It's kind of hit and miss. We hit the first disc replay because that's over there in Indiana. That's the main type of. There's disc replays everywhere. It's the main mom and pop style stores. But we hit a few of those. We're not doing very good, and we're like, oh, is this going to be a bust? Because I mainly went to Indiana to look for cheap games. Finally, we do buy for a couple bucks. Bought Naughty Bear complete at a Goodwill. I've seen this game played before, and I thought it looked interesting. It's something I didn't have, so I picked up Naughty Bear. Then we went to a disc replay down in Greenwood, Indiana, and I picked up, I did not have the gold edition for the Xbox 360, the Resident Evil 5, so we picked up that. Gears of War 4. I have 1, 2, 3, and Judgment, but I don't have 4, and I'm going to wait for 5 to drop in price. I've got it off Game Pass. Been playing a little bit of it, but yeah, I picked up that. And then for my GameCube collection or N64 collection, we looked, and this was the only game that we found. Cubics Robots for Everybody Showdown. It does not have a manual, but it was $7.99, and the disc alone is supposed to be worth $12. If it had a manual, it's about $18. So, wow, $7.99. That's why I like going to Indiana. I usually find some of these games like this cheaper. So yeah, got that down. So we're now down to 32. I've actually never seen that. We did find a copy of Animaniacs and Lost Kingdom 2, and there was another game out where we found that we need, but the one thing you got to watch out for, like these disc replays do, is they had the games like this, and they had paper copies of the artwork. And that's one thing I don't do. I try not to do the, fake. I bought games before and got home and like, oh, that's a fake. And then I'd sit there and try to talk people into getting me the real thing. So we hit that. Then we hit the half-price books down in Greenwood near this. That's where we picked up the Amiibos. And we picked up Ness. He looks, pretty cool. And April wanted him open, and I agreed. This is one that we've only got maybe 4 or 5 Amiibos that we've left sealed, but just ones we don't plan on using. But yep, he is now open. And we paid exactly what he was worth sealed just to open him, because I've not been able to find him anywhere. I probably need to be looking on eBay for some of these, but I just haven't. And then we found this one, and it was actually underpriced. But it came in this cool Amiibo display. I haven't had time to clean any of these off. But this is the other Pikmin one that we needed. Yeah, travel and everything else, that did not want to stay there, but now it didn't want to come out. But this is the last Pikmin one. We got the one with Omar already, so now we have both the Pikmin Amiibo. That wasn't bad, but that's all we found at the half-price books. We came back up, and from there we went to GameStop. And something I've been looking for, because I finally got my VR out right after Christmas, and had it for 9 months almost and hadn't played it. Really enjoyed the VR. And people have been telling me different games that they like for the VR. It's like, well, if I find games that look interesting, I'm going to start buying games. Everybody keeps telling me that this is a great one. It's the Until Dawn Rush of Blood. I haven't played it yet. Like I said, just got home. This is a rail shooter type game, is what everybody's saying. So I love railgun games, so I'm wanting to check this out. But Until Dawn, Rush for Blood. And I picked up Wolfenstein Cyber Pilot. And from the back of it, it looks like you're playing like a Wolfenstein scenario, but in a mech. So I can't wait to try this out. If I have figured out that I can live stream VR, but that would be, I would have to have April here. Couldn't do that on my own because she would totally have to read the chat and tell me that. Because, you know, I've got the VR unit on. I'm not going to be able to see anything else but what's in front of me. Then the next day we start heading out and we hit another disc replay, but it was a bust. And for some reason, I never hardly find anything at that disc replay. I don't know why. But then we hit another half-price books, and while we were there, I found Conker's Bad Fur Day, the strategy guide. I'm excited to get that, just to add that to my collection. It wasn't in the best of shape, but still. This is one, it's got a bunch of stickers on it. I'm going to have to clean this, but Operation Raccoon City for Resident Evil, the Best Buy edition. Just another one that I want to add another variant to my collection. Then this, it looked interesting and it was sealed. It's actually in a clearance sticker. But it was Rec Room games for the Wii. It's got bowling, alley ball, disc toss, smack a squirrel, table tennis, ring toss, darts, Gordico, I have no clue what that is, foosball, Chinese checkers, table hockey, rubber band, sharpshooter, hillbilly golf, cards, peg, box maze, air hockey, dodgeball, trash can basketball, and tic-tac-toe cross. I figure $5 sealed. You know it's new. It's not going to be damaged. Me and April thought for $5 it was something for us to try. We like playing these corny, goofy games like this for the Wii. Then from there, we went to a store called Fry's. And this used to be a massive, massive electronics store. I used to walk into the store and you could spend an hour probably in each section of the store. Back when computers actually, you'd buy software for it, they used to have aisles and aisles and aisles and aisles of computer software. And I went because I wanted to actually, I was wanting to get hands-on look at editing software because I do all my editing on my phone. I'm about ready to upgrade to the laptop. We get there and there is a half a row of computer software down an aisle. And it is so spaced out, it wasn't funny. I looked at her and said, there's nothing here. The shelves were bare. The store didn't say going out of business. Then behind that is like the electronics with the TVs and Blu-rays and stuff. And they maybe only had 10 TVs. So then we go to the video game area. The Wii area had 10 games, and they were common games that everybody have. The PS4 and the Xbox area had games, and their games, I mean, they were set out like this far from each other. And they would be set like this on their side. So, oh, there's the other game I bought at that disc replay. Oops. All right. So, we've got to walking through there, and I told her, I said, I don't think we're going to find anything. I said, I think everything's sold out. Well, like I told you, I've been looking at the VR very heavily here lately. We get to the end of this aisle, and there's like a ton of VR games on this shelf. So we start pricing them, and they're either right at price charting or lower, and they're still brand new. So I was like, let's get these. Like I said, I'm really getting into the VR, so I was excited. So we picked up Tetris Effect, VR mode included. That sounds cool, playing Tetris in VR. I'm really interested in checking that out. This is called Battle Zone. It is a PlayStation VR game that you play in a tank. Just looks interesting. I've never, I actually never heard of this one, so I'm really interested in finding out more about that. Picked up this one. It is a VR game. Doesn't say included. It's Bravo Team. The strange thing is, we were at GameStop the day before, and I seen this. They wanted $40 for this used. I got it at this store for $20, brand new, and I'm interested to see what it does. It's like a kind of looks like a first-person shooter type game, but in VR. So I'm interested to see what that is. Bought the Renaissance. I bought the Persistence. TB4667 told me about this game. He had a video on it. He said it's pretty good. Kind of looks like a little bit like Doom or something like that on the back. So I'm interested to see what this game is. Then we did stop. Right after that, we stopped at another Goodwill. And you guys, recently I showed you that a buddy of mine named Chris had sent me a 500 gig hard drive. Well, I need another 360. I found out that the Xbox 360S, when you want to transfer, you transfer from one system to another system. So I told April, I said, I need to be on the lookout for another Xbox 360S. Found this one at a Goodwill. I haven't tested it yet. No cords or nothing, but it didn't have a hard drive in it. So if I can test this and get it work, make sure it works, I'm going to get a power cord for it because I've got plenty of HDMI. I've got extra controllers. I'm going to transfer my 250 hard drive to his 500 that he gave me after I format it. Then I'll probably take the 250 I have, put it in this, and probably flip this so I can get more cash for the game collection. So got that, and I'm excited to check it out. But when I get time, like I said, we just got home today. Then on the way home, we since we left in the evening, we didn't get to Terre Haute. I like going to the Terre Haute Disc Replay. That store, wow, it's always got some rare gems in it. They had a complete Atari Jaguar system, controllers, all the hookups. Not complete where it has a box, but just a loose complete one. For $225. I was like, ooh, that was tempting. They had a Sega Nomad for $179 with all the hookups to it. They had a, what else was it? They had a Sega CDX for $200. That was interesting. I almost bought, because I got a Genesis Model 1 and I got two Model 2s. They had a Model 3 for $25, and thinking I should have probably bought that. But no, instead I picked up a slew of games. So picked up Batman VR. Bone Z06 had told me that this was a great game. He really enjoyed it, so he got that. The last VR game I picked up here recently is Star Trek Bridge Crew. I'm a huge Star Trek nut. We did read on the back of this, it said online required. And the great thing is that I've never had PlayStation Online. And we just found a eBayer that was selling a year's membership for $37. So we bought that, got the code, and it works. So now I've got PlayStation Online, Xbox Online, and Nintendo Online. So I've got this and another VR game that requires online play, so I can play online with it. I've been really on an Uncharted kick here. Right before I went back to work, I went through Uncharted 1, 2, 3, and 4. Did not have Uncharted Lost Legacy, so I picked that up at the last disc replay. So I was happy to get this, because it's the only one I haven't been through except for the one on the Vita, but I don't own a Vita anyways. And then we also picked up, for $2.99, we picked up Pirates vs. Ninja Dodgeball. Just looking at the back of it, it just looked like a fun game to try out for $3. I used to love Super Dodgeball and NES, so I was really curious to see what this is going to be like. Then we picked up, and this was only $10, and I'm amazed because when you see this in Missouri, they either went 20 to 25 bucks for it, and this was a complete copy of it. Excellent condition. It's S&K Arcade Classics #1, and it's got a bunch of great games on Art of Fighting, Baseball Stars 2, Burning Flight, Fatal Fury, King of Monsters, Last Resort, Magician Lord, Metal Slug, Neo Turf Masters, Samurai Showdown, Saganto, Shock Troopers, Super Sidekicks 3, King of Fighters 94, Top Hunter, and World Heroes. But it's got a bunch of great Neo Geo games on it, and for $10, I just couldn't pass that up. So that was the trip to Indiana. We went mainly because we haven't been back to Indiana in 2 years. Going through the surgeries and prep for all those and doing all that has really, really kept us here in Missouri. So I got a 3-day weekend. I told her, I said, let's go enjoy ourselves. So that's what we did. Hey, don't forget the $25 digital code giveaway is going on now till March 20th. And you can always buy RetroApril and Retro Mikey merchandise at tpublic.com. The link for both those will be down below. And hey, thanks for watching Retro Mikey 78. Tell me what you guys think about the pickups, or tell me what you picked up here recently. And we'll get back with you here real soon. Thanks for watching.